welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm obviously Taylor. 2025 is obviously only 2 weeks away, and I'm sure most of us have New Year's resolutions to become this whole new person, create like a new start for ourselves, and just better ourselves. For the past 2-ish years, I really committed to working on myself and to become the best version I can be. Obviously, we have a long way to go, but I feel like I've really changed a bunch of my little habits and things that I did not like about myself and about what I was doing. I feel like I've always kind of struggled with confidence and trusting my own gut as opposed to just going with what everyone else is doing out of convenience. So that was something that I really wanted to work on for the past year, 2 years. I wanted to make a video about how I became my ideal self, and I thought the new year was the perfect time to do it because most people tend to give up on their New Year's resolution within the month of January because they focus on short-term goals and short-term gratification instead of focusing on the long haul. Like I said, I've been working on myself, tweaking things, and creating a system for myself to set me up for life, essentially, not just a month, a year, whatever. So I thought I'd share some little pinpoints of mine that have really helped me create my ideal self and create a better life and environment for myself. The first task may seem childish or unimportant, and to me the first step is vision boarding the life, the ideals, the attitude, the vibe that you want. Because if you don't know what you want your life to look like or feel like, then how are you ever gonna create goals, processes, systems to get you there? For me, a vision board is something that I can look at and be continuously motivated by, and to remind me why I'm doing this, why I'm working so hard to achieve these lifelong goals. I'm a very visual person, so the idea of a vision board is really what helps me, because if I look at it, I can identify with the ideals, the emotions, the moods on it, and just get back on track. If you're someone who is not as visual, you can instead write a long list of I am statements, like I am successful, I am healthy, stuff like that, and you can replace that with a vision board. Another non-negotiable step for me was creating a morning routine as well as a night routine that I love and that I can't wait to wake up and do. Where my routine shines is the morning routine. I have changed this so many times to work for me, and it probably will continue to change in the future. Some non-negotiable things for me that I found have truly transformed my energy, my mood, my attitude, my whole entire day is: number one, waking up and meditating. This has done such wonders for my mind. I've talked about it so many times, how I literally started actually taking meditation seriously. I feel like I owe so much to meditation, so find one that you like. You can look up Joe Dispenza meditations on YouTube for free. I use Insight Timer, which is also free. My next thing that really has transformed my whole morning is a morning walk, mainly to get the sun, because sun in the morning right when you wake up, or like an hour after you wake up, is really good for your energy. It resets your circadian rhythm, so it'll make it easier to wake up earlier if that's a goal, and it also makes it easier to go to bed earlier because your body's just more in tune with the sun coming up and going down. Another big step is my movement, my workouts. I used to just do what was like trendy or what everyone else was doing. I was doing like such hard cardio, things that were like stressing my body out more. So I tried a bunch of stuff to see what I like, and right now I'm in a mix of using Form. I love their like strength workouts as well as their Pilates, lots of walking. The last two things are my skincare routine. I used to be the person that did the 10-step skincare routine with all the serums, the creams, everything, and I drastically cut that down. I think I used one product in the morning and one product at night, and it changed my skin so much. I went to an esthetician and she told me what products to use, like what was in the products that I was using, my skin type, and what's good for that. If you're gonna try and redo your skincare routine, I would talk to someone who knows what they're doing, because our skin is so complex that I don't want to speak on what you should or should not do. And lastly is eating a high protein breakfast in the morning, because it keeps you full longer. Also, if you're working out, it will help build those muscles and continue to build them throughout the day, even after your workout. I have 1 or 2 breakfasts every single day. Like, what I have does not change, just out of convenience for me. So we're gonna make one of my all-time favorites. It is a yogurt bowl. I recently just tried this brand, Siggi's. I get the whole milk plain one. I really like this. I also like the Fage one. And then I just add whatever fruit I have. Right now I have some blueberries left over, so I'm going to use probably the rest of these. And then I'm almost out of this, so I'll probably also end up using the rest of this. But I love making my own granola, just because the ones you buy at the store are full of like sugar and random stuff. So this, I put quinoa, oats, I know quinoa sounds weird, but it's actually good, and more protein. Oats, nuts, maple syrup, and like chia seeds. I don't know, it's really easy and it lasts me like a whole month. So I'm trying to eat more protein rich meals because I want to gain more muscle, and I realized that I'm definitely not getting enough protein, so I like to add this Ritual protein into my yogurt bowls. I think that makes it like 30, almost 40 grams of protein in this one meal, so it keeps me full for longer. I think you've probably heard this before, but a good morning and a good day starts the night before, so I really tried to tweak my night routine as loosely but as much as I could. I really started prioritizing sleep, so I stopped using my phone at night. I put it down and instead I read a book or I journal, just to kind of get the day off of me and to relax and not worry about anything else but what I'm doing in that moment. Personally, I think having a structured morning and a structured night helps me carry that structure throughout the day so that I feel more motivated because I already got the ball rolling. The third step that really helps me to become my ideal self is to continue to learn, grow, and force myself outside of my comfort zone with things that I've always wanted to do, things I found interesting, but I never really had like the courage to do. I wanted to give some examples of what I personally see as learning, growing, hobbies that you could try, or things that you can do that may be outside of your normal realm of comfort. I want to start with podcasts because I think this is one of the most accessible ways to learn about literally anything you can imagine. Some of the ones that I've found that have really helped change my perspective and just kind of like inform me better. One, the Skinny Confidential podcast. They have such a wide range of topics. Another one I really like is Lewis Howes, The School of Greatness. I don't know if it's Lewis Howe or Lewis Howes, but the podcast is School of Greatness. Sometimes he does shows where there's multiple guests in an episode, so it's kind of like a little mini masterclass, which I really like. Bryony Deary, I think her podcast is called Beyond the Mat. The next one is Transform with Sammy Clark and Sammy Spalter, and then the last one is Gracie Norton. Some books that I like that have really changed my perspective and honestly my life. Number one, I've already talked about this, it's the Joe Dispenza books. The first one's Becoming Supernatural. The other one is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I read his books, did his meditation every day for a week, and the next week I got my job at Sol de Janeiro, so I'm a big proponent of Joe Dispenza. I literally owe him my job. In my mind is what I think. Two others that I really like are Louise Hay, How to Heal Your Life, and Wayne Dwyer, Real Magic. I also found classes or clubs within the city because I'm in New York, so there's so much going on. I joined a run club that I didn't know anyone at. I went on a group walk with Form where I also didn't know anyone, and now I've created such good friends from that. I did a pottery class. There's so many museums. Just doing little things maybe every week or every month that you normally wouldn't do but interest you. You could go to the movies, you could paint. There are so many options, so I would just pick and choose what you're interested in and try to schedule it into your month to make time for yourself and those hobbies. My last tip is to stay consistent. You can try all of the workouts, Pilates, the books, the podcast. If you're not doing them consistently, then you most likely will not see results. Nothing good comes easily. If this is taking a little bit for you to get into, for you to adjust to, and for you to figure out, it should, because it's meant to last a long time. It's not meant to be something that you can do short term and see results forever. This is like a lifelong process and a lifelong journey, and it should be fun. Include things that you enjoy. It's nice to have a loose outline, but if every single little step is something that you wake up and dread, then that's not gonna be something you stick to. So find things that you enjoy that can fit within this framework and make it your own. I hope that some of these are helpful. This is what works for me. It's been tailored so much to fit what I enjoy and what I want to do and what makes me feel good, but I think the outline of it all is really something that can help you on your journey to becoming your ideal self. So obviously make this your own, make it enjoyable, and let me know what your New Year's resolutions are and if you plan to use any of these steps or how you're gonna make it your own. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.